we're going to open it up to.
Proud of our group tonight. Really solid win. Maybe not our typical game. Football-wise, we didn't, in stretches, have as much fluidity or as much possession, but I thought the mentality of the team was really good. After going down, there was a real resolve that we could get back into the game. And at halftime, we spoke about how our ability to keep pushing up the field, trying to win balls quickly, trying to play forward as fast as we could, because we felt that when we won balls, we could get into the box quickly. And so really strong push. A lot of guys stepped up in a big way. I thought that Jesus Murillo and Eddie Segura had really good games in the center of the defense. Really happy for Cheeky. Obviously arrived after everyone, but has been training really well since he returned from Ecuador, and I thought had a really strong match tonight. Carlos, I think, is getting closer and closer to his best form after a crazy year. And then everybody's really excited for Mahala. He's a young player who has established himself in the group. He's really well liked. He's a player that has earned respect with the way he trains and with just having a positive personality. And so everybody inside the locker room was excited for him to get his first goal and make it a game winner and get us into the semifinals against Club America.
Really appreciate it, Bob. We're going to start here with Damian Calhoun. Damian, take it away when you're.
Hey, Bob, how you doing?
Good, Damian.
Going back to Opoku, why is he the guy to bring on there, and say why not Brian or even maybe Christian Torres there? What do you think in bringing him on, and what have you liked about him since he's been around?
Yeah, keep in mind that Brian just returned, and when you're away, and with everything that goes on with COVID and you're not training, it takes a little while before you get back into fitness and form. So Brian gave us some good minutes, but Mahala has been there every day, training really well. He and Christian compete. Christian also works really hard in training, but I think Mahala of late has scored some really good goals in training, and has shown that he's a guy that we can bring on, could start him, and he's capable of helping our team. We're pleased with the way all the young guys are developing. I think in this last stretch, I can't say enough about the way those guys have all pushed themselves, making training better. I can see all those guys improving, so that's important.
Thanks. And next, we're going to go to Daniel Schwartzman. Daniel, go ahead when you're ready.
Hi, Bob. Can you hear me?
Now I can, Daniel.
Thank you so much. Bob, congratulations. What a victory. And now next opponent, the America. What can you expect from one of the biggest teams in Mexico?
Yes, respect for the institution, respect for Herrera. So for us, semifinal against Club America is special. We're in our third season, but we're growing. We're proud of our football. We're proud of our fan base. We know how important Champions League has been to our fans, to our players. We talked often about how we started the season so excited to be in Champions League. A lot of us watched Lyon move through the playoffs and win the Mexican League, and they're a great team. And we still know that we had played a really good game a long time ago, and we wanted to build on that. And I thought tonight, again, we showed the commitment defensively, similar to Lyon. We don't give up too much. I think between the two games, we've only given up maybe one shot on goal. So the work of the team, is important, and now we look forward to a big semifinal.
Katya, we're going to go to you next. Take it away when you're ready.
Thanks, Ben. Hi, Bob. Congrats on the win.
Thanks, Katya.
What are you the most proud of what you saw of the guys on the field, maybe learning from previous experiences in elimination games where it had been difficult with those little things that you had mentioned before, and how to carry on that momentum and maybe that learning curve into the next game against America?
Yeah, I said it earlier. I'm proud of the mentality and the way guys are growing and competing. From the beginning, we always set out to play the best football we can. We try to be good with the ball. We try to create chances. We have good ideas when we lose the ball, how to win it back. But to become a really big team, you need to take lessons. You need to grow from tough experiences. And you find different ways to win games. And so especially you could see late in the game, the concentration, the way guys were constantly talking to each other on set pieces, organizing little details. So this part of becoming a better team, maybe this part doesn't come so easy, but hopefully it's something that we can keep building on.
Thanks. And next we're going to go to Alicia Rodriguez. Alicia, go ahead when you're ready.
Thank you very much. Bob, congratulations on the victory tonight. I wanted to ask about the midfield. Seemed like they kind of played their way into the game, maybe a little bit sloppy in the opening minutes, but seems like they kind of came on and really helped deliver the win. What are your thoughts of the performance from your midfield tonight?
We talk so often about how our midfield is really so important in the way we play. And if you look at this season, especially after we returned from the MLS's back tournament here in Orlando, we missed Edward for a bunch of games. When he came back, it took him a little while. He's still, I think, pushing his way back to his best level. Mark had the really bad ankle sprain in the home match against Seattle. There's been ups and downs. What's been positive is how different guys have grown. I think Sifu has grown. Pancho didn't get in tonight, but he's really improved a lot. You see other guys in training, Bryce Duke and Eric Duenas, whether we play them at right back or in the midfield, also improving. So, the start of the game, finding a rhythm, getting the right touches. Obviously, it's a careless giveaway that leads to their penalty. But I think we started to find a better way after that. When a game is fast, sometimes you don't have the time to settle things down, and you need to be smart with your number of touches. You need to play forward a little bit quicker sometimes. So we're still trying to find a balance of that. But I thought as the game went on, we adjusted to the tempo a little bit. We started to have a little bit more composure on the ball, make better decisions, and that certainly helps.
Thanks. And Andy, take it away.
Hey, Bob, how's it going?
Good, Andy.
You mentioned the mentality a little earlier. I just wanted to touch on two quick parts. One, after the giveaway for Mark, how do you feel he and the team responded from that? Did you ever at any point think that maybe going into the second half you would have to pull him? And then two, you mentioned Carlos maybe getting back to his best form. It seemed like today he was playing at an intensity level similar to what we saw back in February. Do you think that the team really channeled that mentality like you have mentioned all this week back, like when you guys played Leon and Herring Outlet?
Yeah, I understand that Carlos, from the beginning of the season, was so excited for Champions League, excited to play against Leon, excited to play against Cruz Azul. He's already talking about now Club America. He left Mexico as a young player. So these games against the big clubs in Mexico, he's not had the chance as a professional to play these teams. I also think Carlos is really proud of what we're doing at LAFC and the leadership and the role that he has. he had a season. He started well, of course. Then he didn't go to Orlando. It was important for him to be with his family. First game back was Galaxy, and he did his MCL, and he was out for 10 or 11 weeks. So at one point when we were looking at things and talking about his return to play, he had played 55 minutes in like 7 months. And so great players still need to train and play and train and play and train and play. This is how you get the rhythm. So yes, I see him getting closer, but he's still such an important player for our team. We didn't think about taking Mark out. It's football. Sometimes, you take a bad touch, you make a bad pass. The best players are the ones that then put that behind them and keep going in the game. And we have the trust that Mark is that kind of player.
Thank you. Next, we're going to go to Guillermo Zavala. Go ahead when you're ready.
Thank you. Good night, Mr. Brightly. There is a rumor about Carlos Vela, and apparently America is interested in him. Did you know about this, and how do you feel about this possibility?
No, we haven't heard that. I think Carlos is really excited with what's going on at LAFC, and it showed with the way he plays, with the way he's our team.
Thank you. And last question for Bob. We're going to go to Charlie Boehm. Go ahead when you're ready.
Hi, Bob. With Mahala, there must be a backstory here. It seems like he's an interesting kid, and you guys have that partnership with the academy. Could you talk just a bit more about his arrival at the club and maybe whether there's going to be a pipeline of guys like that coming your way?
I think that we continue to try to do the best job we can, finding young talent. We've done a really good job finding some top players from South America. I think our academy is producing players, but we've worked to establish some contacts in Africa, and Pete DeVisser and Godwin Atram. It's a small academy. I had an incredible time a year ago in December. I was down there for 5 or 6 days, seeing what they were doing, seeing all these boys, the smiles when they step on the field, how much they love the game. That part of football in Africa is incredibly special. I've been fortunate that I've had incredible experiences in the game in Africa. Obviously the World Cup in South Africa, but then when I was in Egypt, some of the games, the travel in different countries, seeing what the game looks like in all these places, seeing the kids whose eyes light up when they're around football. And, I have such respect for Pete and Godwin, and I loved being there with them, seeing the boys, and through that, Mahala was a boy that we talked about, and we were able to get him to LAFC. I told you earlier that he's got a great personality, so he's really well liked for just what he brings every single day. And then, one of the most important things when we look for players is you want players who love to play, players who love the game. You want to create training every day so that guys show up and, man, they're excited about what's going on in training and they want to get better. And that's been the way Mahala has handled it since the day he arrived.
Thank you. Really appreciate your time tonight, Bob. Have a good one. Just a note for Eddie. If you do, so Eddie will be taking questions in Spanish. He will also be taking questions in English. We'll get the question in English, we'll translate it for him, and then we'll translate it back, just so everyone is aware.